This is the beautiful Indian River Lagoon. It is an estuary, which is a partially enclosed body of water where fresh water from rivers and streams mix with salt water from the ocean, and it stretches 156 miles along Florida's east coast, from the northern Ponce de Leon Inlet to the southern Jupiter Inlet, and it makes up almost 40% of Florida's eastern coast. The lagoon acts as a barrier between the mainland on the right and the barrier islands on the left, and it is connected to the Atlantic Ocean via 5 inlets. These include the Ponce de Leon and Jupiter, as well as the Sebastian, Fort Pierce, and St. Lucie inlets. One of the largest events within the lagoon's geological history was fluctuating sea levels during glacial periods. Some areas of the lagoon were dry land in the past, but following sea levels rising as a result of glaciers melting, they are now underwater, creating the lagoon as we know it today. The barrier islands that enclose the lagoon, like Cape Canaveral pictured here, developed over time through the deposition of sand by ocean currents, with multiple dune ridges indicating periods of changing sea levels. To explain more on the lagoon's current physical geography, as said earlier, it is positioned between the mainland and a chain of barrier islands, while also having many unique interconnected water bodies such as the Mosquito Lagoon, Banana River, and Hobo Sound. It also goes through 5 different counties within Florida, including Volusia, Brevard, Indian River, St. Lucie, and Martin, while also containing its own beaches and most uniquely a string of islands named the Spoil Islands. The Spoil Island project is headed by the Florida Department of Environmental Protections within the Indian River Lagoon Aquatic Preserves Office. Contrary to popular belief, the Spoil Islands were not naturally made. A spoil island is an artificial island often created by a byproduct of channel dredging. What is channel dredging, you might ask? It is the process of removing sediment, mud, trash, and other debris from the bottom of a canal or lake to maintain its usefulness. In an effort to promote boating and commerce throughout Florida, countless channels have been dredged through the state's shallow, inshore, and coastal waters to provide enough depth for vessels to travel. The material dredged up during the process is called spoil, and while it's usually transported to upland storage sites in the past, it was practiced to simply deposit the spoil in piles along the edge of the channel as dredging processed along. When these piles got big enough, they'd break the water's surface and become spoil islands. This is one of the largest examples of human-environment interaction within the Indian River Lagoon. Now to cover biodiversity within the lagoon. It is considered one of the most biologically diverse estuaries in North America, supporting over 4,000 species of plants and animals, including a wide variety of fish, birds, and marine life, making it a significant ecosystem for biodiversity within the region. Some animals include lemon shark, bull shark, bottlenose dolphin, manatee, roseate spoonbill, seagull, pelican, heron, ibis, osprey, crabs, and rarely alligators. When coming to plants, they have many different types, such as palm trees, mangrove trees, and a variation of sea grasses. This wildlife is supported by a subtropical climate that is very humid with warm temperatures for most of the year. Now, for the cultural history. Native Americans and early settlers within the lagoon depended on it to provide livelihood for food, transportation, commerce, and tools. It was also a major place where tourism, fisheries, shipping, and agriculture flourished. And during the early and mid-1900s, the lagoon would find itself being crossed by concrete bridges and bordered by roads. This is the Melbourne Causeway, and this is the O'Galley Causeway, both located in my hometown. Now, for conservation efforts. The Save Our Indian River Lagoon program is something created by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection that aims to reduce nitrogen and phosphorus pollution. while also getting rid of more visible pollution like trash. They are a government funded program and led by mostly volunteers.